This is a California vehicle title. If you take away anything from this video, it's don't go to the DMV to transfer your California title. Go to a small independent shop. It's much easier. It's much cheaper. You can get in and get out much quicker. If you go to the DMV, you're gonna hate yourself and your wife is probably gonna leave you. I'm gonna show you how to transfer a vehicle title in California really quickly today. I've done this almost 10 times now. It's super easy to do, so don't be scared. If you find this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. So first, this top portion is for the seller. Basically, they're gonna fill out their information and your information, the selling price and the odometer reading. And basically, you and the seller need to agree on all of this information. Nothing really needs to be written on this top portion of the title because now everything is done online, so the seller can just fill out all this information online. It's just much easier if you can fill out all of your information, in pen here, and then the seller can go online and do all the details online. On the title, there's some very basic information. So you have the VIN number, some information about the car, some fees that were paid, the last title transfer date, if the vehicle is salvaged or not. In this case, this vehicle is salvaged, so it says salvaged. If it's a clean title, meaning it's not been totaled by the insurance agency, then it won't have anything there. Here you'll find the information of the seller. So you'll see that there's two places to date and sign. So sometimes there are co-ownerships. If the title has two people technically owning the vehicle, make sure they both sign the title. Another big takeaway from this is a lot of people try to fill out as much information as possible when they're buying a car, from Craigslist or from Facebook Marketplace, but really you don't need to fill out anything. All you really need to do is agree with the seller on the price of the car, the odometer reading, the contact information for the buyer and the seller, and the date of purchase. The seller just needs to sign the title. If you come home with just a signature on the title, you'll make me very happy. That's all you need to do. And then you take it into your local title transfer shop, and they'll fill out all the information for you as you provided. There are some people who are really stingy about how titles are filled out. So if you fill out something wrong, there can sometimes be fees associated with that. So be afraid to fill out something wrong. The date here is really important as well. So you need to both agree on the date of sale. If you transfer the title 2 weeks after the date of sale or further, there can be fees. You can look them up on the California DMV website. Again, you also need to agree on the odometer reading here. And then here down, this should be filled out by your title office. So again, really all you need is the signature and to agree on the details of the car. This is the back portion of the title. You don't need to fill anything out on here. Don't worry about it. The DMV, or please don't go to the DMV, the title transfer office will deal with all the information on the back of the title. So just a few more things to remember, sort of related to the title transfer, sort of related to just being smart about buying a car from an independent seller. Make sure you agree on the sale price of the car, because that's going to depend, in California, it's going to depend how much you pay to transfer the actual car. So if you say the car is $10,000, I think the title transfer fee is like 7% of the sale price. So you'd pay $700 in just the sales tax if you claim that the car is worth $10,000. So a lot of times, and this is really common with independent sellers, is they'll say, look, I'll report that I sell you the car for $2,000, even though I sold it for $10,000, just so that you have to pay less in sales tax. And this doesn't hurt anybody except for maybe the California government. It's also important to know in the vehicle history if it's clean or salvaged. So, just know that if you're buying a clean car or a salvage title car, and you can look into that. Again, the date is important. So the buyer and the seller should agree on the purchase date. If it's past 2 weeks, there might be extra fees. Also note if there's a lien on the car. If there's a lien on the car, make sure it's paid off before you buy it. Remember that the seller does need to submit this top portion of the form, and that the information that the seller submits and the information that you submit need to be the same. Again, that sales tax, keep that in mind. There's also title transfer fees. And you also need to know if the vehicle is up to date on the tags. If it's not, there could be a lot of fees. If the vehicle is 2 years behind on fees, you could be looking at something like $2,000 just to catch up in the tag fees. So be aware of that. Anyway, that's the whole video. we'll do a little bit of a business deal here. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, comment, and that really helps me as a channel grow. So, I provided this information for you. I'll trade you for just a simple click of a few buttons. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them myself, but maybe somebody else will see them as well.